Hi everyone, today we're going to be looking at the yield function, and we're also going to be looking at the difference between yield and return. So here we go. Over here you can see another program. At the top, as usual, is what we're going to do today, then the rules, and lastly the program. Today we'll be looking at the yield function. Then we're going to be looking at the difference between yield and return, and then using the same program with return. So firstly, let's see the program. So here I've defined a function called def squares, and the objective of this program is to print the squares from 1 to whatever number the user enters. So when I run this, if I say 5, then it says 1, so 1 square is 1, then 2, so 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, so on until 5, whose square is 25. So that's basically what I'm trying to do in this program. So firstly, what happens is that it checks t is equal to 1. So this is a counter. Then I said number is equal to, please enter a number, integer. Then for a in squares, so then it goes here because I've called squares. Then it says I is equal to 1. Then while true, yield I times I, so 1 times 1 in this situation. Then after yield, instead of stopping there, it just returns to this program and goes back here. So yield is used in Python generators. We'll look at generators in another video. For now, we'll just focus on yield. A generator function is defined like a normal function, but whatever it needs to generate a value, it does so with the yield keyword rather than return. So a generator basically uses the yield keyword and not return. And if the body of the def contains yield, the function automatically becomes a generator function. So if the body of a def contains yield, so this has basically become a generator function, but we're not going to be looking at generator, we're only looking at yield. So then yield basically so it's in the program, then goes to the main program, then it goes to the function again, and so on until it's completed. Then I'm saying if t is bigger than number, currently t is set to 1, so say we enter 5 for number, so 1 is bigger than number, that's false, so no. Then it goes here outside of the if condition, it prints a, and then it does t is equal to t plus 1 to increase the value of t by 1. Then what happens is that it goes through the for loop again. Then because they're squared, then it goes to yield and so on. So we should use yield when we want to iterate over a sequence but don't want to store the entire sequence in memory. So basically we want to iterate a sequence. Then return sends a specified value back to its caller, and yield produces a sequence of values. So we can try this program with return and just copy it, open like a new file. Yeah. Now if I change this to return, it throws an error over here. It says that this code is unreachable, and so that basically makes the point that the return has to be at the very end of the function part. So even if I take this away though, then there's an error coming over here. So that's why you cannot use return, because there's going to be a number of errors here and there.